Good afternoon, everybody. How are you today? Welcome to this lesson. Today we want to look at how to write an editorial. Don't forget the difference between an editorial and an editor. I told you an editor is a person who edits, and an editorial is a piece of writing that can be published in a newspaper. So today we are going to talk about an editorial, how to write an editorial. That is a piece of writing that has to be published in a newspaper. We are going to look at how to answer the prompts together, and thanks that you guys suggested this lesson. Just pay attention. We want to go prompt by prompt. Arranging our paragraphs, because a good writing is that one which is well organized. You are the editor of a new magazine for teenagers. It is launching its first edition in December. Write the editorial. You may wish to include who the target market of the magazine is, what you wish to achieve with the magazine, a short summary of one or two interesting articles in the first edition, why you think teenagers will benefit from this magazine. Your editorial should be about 150 words in length. First up is to know what type of written work you have been asked to write, and in this case it's an editorial for a new magazine for teenagers. Who will be reading this magazine? In this case, your target group is teenagers. You are writing for teenagers, and your writing is like talking to them. Find the right voice. Do not use slang. Oversimplify your sentences. What is the purpose of this editorial? The question is specified through prompts. Address all 4 prompts. Remember that it is the first edition of the magazine. Know that you are the editor, so show a sense of maturity in your piece of writing. As an editor, you should give your opinion about the articles featured in the magazine. And don't forget that an editor is a respected individual in the community, and the community expects the editor to be matured and very professional. That's why slang and other unnecessary language is not necessary for this kind of writing. The first thing to remember is always to answer the prompts correctly. You are the editor of a new magazine for teenagers. It is launching its first edition in December. Write the editorial. You may wish to include. First prompt, who the target market of the magazine is. Let us look at these 2 examples of on how these learners answered this kind of question. In this case, I can see 9 October 2020 there. The learner started with the date. Then a short topic, the teens magazine. Then I'm sure she'll be trying, or she's answering the first prompt. First prompt, who the target market of the magazine is. Let's hear. This learner is saying, it's time for us teens to say bye to boredom. Finally, our magazine is here for the youngsters who are ready to create lasting positive change, especially those at secondary school phase. Here is an opportunity to keep ourselves busy. Wow, did this learner answer the first prompt? Is the first prompt saying again, who the target market of the magazine is. Who is this magazine targeting? And she is telling us that it is targeting youngsters, especially those at secondary school face. In my opinion, this learner has answered the first prompt. Let us move on to the next prompt, which is, what do you wish to achieve with the magazine? The magazine will inform young people about pertinent life issues. Go and find out the meaning of pertinent. I can see your eyes flipping there. Such as diversity, this one, and bullying. Okay. On diversity, one will learn how to adapt to a new environment, how to appreciate, share, and learn from others. On this one, teens will read on the best decisions about it. They will as well learn how traumatizing bullying is and how to deal with bullying. What was the prompt asking about? What you wish to achieve with the magazine. Yes, this learner have told us what she wished to achieve with this magazine, because the teens will read about all these life pertinent issues, but she did not just list them, because if you list diversity, bullying, and many other things, items, that means you have to expand on them. So this learner is very clever to at least explain what diversity is, what they will learn on diversity, and on the other life pertinent issues that she or he has mentioned. Moving on to the third prompt, a short summary of one or two interesting articles in the first edition. And the other prompt is why you think teenagers will benefit from this magazine. Saying, right at the beginning, the magazine brings you best career choices and motivating words on how Lenny, a 22 years old lady, moved from being a street vendor to owning Lenny's Kitchen, a restaurant offering tasty meals. Towards the end, you are offered a stimulating story on how diversity changed Terry and brought him a fortune at 17 years. I did not say, and how diversity brought him a fortune. Your spelling, please. A fortune, go and find out what a fortune is. Don't just flip those little eyes. Go and find your dictionary. Well, this magazine is the best platform for all of us young ones to air our views, concerns, and to communicate effectively. This is obviously the benefit. So, the articles, interesting articles are mentioned here, and the benefits. What a clever learner. Check out the contacts on the first page and share your thoughts, humor, and beauty freely. Let's inspire others and make this magazine the best edition. She tried. This learner tried. She answered all the prompts. You can also write and try to answer all these prompts in your own way. Really, the secret is all about answering prompts. On this same question, let us also look at how this other learner answered these 4 prompts. She is assuming that she's an editor of a new magazine, and she is going to tell us who the target market of the magazine is. Let us look at that quickly. In her first paragraph, she said, "At last, a magazine for teenagers. To those youngsters who are no longer considered to be children but not yet adults, those who have so many unanswered questions, here is a read especially for you." This is a beautiful one. Then she proceeded. This magazine, I'm sure she's now answering prompt 2, what you wish to achieve with the magazine. Then she said, "This magazine will bring you regular features that will help you in this difficult phase of life. With every edition, you will receive loads of advice from our fashion director, May Shepherd, on how to choose the best clothes for your body, shape, and every occasion. Riva, the food editor, will share recipes for healthy food and guidelines on how to deal with typical teenage problems." The learner is now proceeding to prompt number 3, a short summary of 1 or 2 interesting articles in the edition. And she won't also forget the prompt following, which is why you think teenagers will benefit from this magazine. And she answered thus to saying, "In our first issue, we cover an inspiring story of an 18-year-old girl who lived her dream. She followed a course in fashion design and got on-the-job experience with a local designer. On page 15, read about Shireen and how this experience boosted her self-confidence. Yes, this magazine will benefit teenagers nationwide as we are giving you a voice. You can email us, SMS us, or join us online. Share with us your concern or tell us what you wish to see being covered in the magazine to make it bigger. Take some time out, put your feet up, and enjoy this Christmas edition." Wow, this is brilliant. The learner has answered all the prompts and she has written correctly. So please, if someone can write like this, you can as well try and write beautiful work. Don't disappoint me. Go and do your part. Train more. If you disappoint me, I'll seriously be very disappointed. I just don't want to hear that. Okay, I don't want to be disappointed. Have a good day. I love you guys. Bye bye. See you.